Oh, dis. So who was with you this weekend?
A bunch of my friends.
Diddy, Quincy, Justin Bieber,
So far, so
French
good.
Montana.
Do you even know half the people you're naming?
No.
You're known for the parties. When you think of a party or a good time, you think of Puff.
You do.
But we've been known to party with you a few times.
So, Lou Taylor apparently is paying off, allegedly, some of Diddy's victims from this slush fund through some church fund, okay?
So it looks like the Kardashians will be airing the next season of their reality TV show from a jail cell. Apparently the feds uncovered the family's ties to Diddy, and it's practically game over for them. Now Diddy and the Kardashians have been spotted partying together for years now, but their sinister relationship runs a whole lot deeper. Apparently the family was helping Diddy hide his dirty money from the freak-offs, and that's not all. They were also responsible for paying off his victims. Now Kanye tried to raise some eyebrows, but everybody brushed him off as crazy. Unfortunately for the family, it's all coming to light now. Just what evidence did the feds stumble across? And did the Kardashians really launder money for Diddy? And how did Kanye know? It's time to get to the bottom of everything.
At 5:30 a.m. for this party, I think half the people there were naked. You would have loved it.
With Diddy's legal trouble unfolding in the headlines, fans have been raising important questions about everybody tied to him over the years, and the Kardashians happen to be on the top of that list. They've been spotted in his close circle a couple of times now, and safe to say they did know about the freak-off parties. They could deny it, but the internet uncovered an old clip of Khloe talking about attending one of his infamous parties on the family's reality TV show Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
My sisters are just
Oh, dis. So who was with you this weekend?
a bunch of my friends.
Diddy, Quincy, Justin Bieber,
So far,
French
so good.
Montana.
Do you even know half the people you're naming?
No.
At 5:30 a.m. for this party, I think half the people there were naked. You would have loved it.
Have you met Chloe's new, crew of friends?
No. Well, kind of.
You did?
Yeah.
Stop talking. Have you met Chloe's new crew of friends?
And all I said was yes.
Stop
And then I
talking.
stopped. All I said was yes.
Now fans think this is clear proof of what the Kardashians were up to at these parties. One person commented, "They look so guilty and it looks like it was Khloe's first time, but not Kourtney's." Meanwhile, another person commented, "Did no one catch the fact that Khloe kept saying stop talking? Those parties and people in relation to them aren't supposed to spoke. Especially on camera." Back in the day though, Khloe also posted a picture of herself and her sisters with the former music mogul captioned, "Nothing like a Diddy party." Fans have asked her to take it down, but so far Khloe hasn't made any moves. However, she did leave behind a bigger digital footprint than she would have liked to. Back in 2016, Khloe had Diddy on Cocktails with Khloe, and after watching the episode, fans have concluded that he seemed pretty close with the girls because from the moment he walked in, he called them his family.
Come here. Hey.
What's up?
You guys, look at our outfits. Whoa. You guys definitely.
Guys are definitely like dating.
Britney Spears, Justin Timberlake, or Puff Daddy and Halo.
However, this next scene is really what had fans shook, as Khloe brought up Diddy's notorious parties, particularly about how the two of them had clinked a few glasses together. And if you think that it might have just been Khloe, well no, of course, all the girls were involved. Celebrity photographer Selma Fonseca attended 20 to 30 of Diddy's white parties, and during an exclusive interview with Fox News Digital, she revealed the kind of depravity she saw at these events. She told Fox, "I never saw anything out of the ordinary, only that the performers were very sensual and very pretty all the time. There were geishas walking around. There were women in skimpy outfits walking around, dancing on top of pedestals. But that's like something that he just wanted, just to entertain people. I've seen people at his parties. I don't know if freak-offs were happening, but anywhere there are rich and famous people, there are S-workers around. There are S-workers everywhere. They're very discreet. Thanks to the indictment, though, we now know how Diddy was able to hire these girls. He was transferring them across state lines. Now, here's where things get interesting, though. Apparently, photos from these white parties ended up online, and fans noticed a bunch of faces that they recognized. There was Sarah Jessica Parker, aka in the City, Aaliyah, Leonardo DiCaprio, and a whole list of other A-listers, but fans zeroed in on Kim Kardashian in particular. She was standing on a large bed under the sun right alongside Diddy and her friend Paris Hilton. Khloe was also photographed at the event, and if you think that it was one of those tame parties for cameras, well, think again, because this picture shows someone from Diddy's camp getting up to some very questionable stuff with two girls in the pool in front of everyone. There's also this photo of Diddy pouring champagne over a woman without any clothes on, which is clear proof of how he treated these women. And the fact that Kim and Khloe were right in the middle of everything is shocking. However, attending Diddy's freak-off parties and participating in these despicable activities doesn't even begin to scratch the surface in the Kardashians' case. Some of y'all may know this, but Kris Jenner set up a church called the California Community Church, CCC, back in 2009. It's registered as a nonprofit, and every member is required to pay around $1,000 every month and donate 10% of their earnings every year. However, fans don't think that she did it because she wanted to give back to society. Instead, some folks think that she did it for personal gain, like avoiding taxes. The church's nonprofit status means that the church's board members are not legally required to disclose their finances to Uncle Sam, and so there's no guarantee of where this money is going. Now, all the Kardashians are members of this church, and they do pay the 10%, but get this, Kris Jenner is the one in charge, and so the girls are essentially filling up their mom's pockets, who could easily return the money to them. However, that's only the tip of the iceberg. Turns out that the real reason for setting up the church was not so the Kardashians could avoid paying their taxes. It was to help Diddy move around his dirty money without ringing any alarm bells. Now, he doesn't have any direct ties to the church, but he does send some of his henchmen to do the dirty work, and that person is Lou Taylor.
Apparently is paying off, allegedly, some of Diddy's victims from this slush fund through some church fund, okay? Not only that, Kim Kardashian mama has been making these girls pay 10% tithes to some church that Lou Taylor and her husband is basically owner, co-owner, or whatever.
And yes, this is the same Lou Taylor who single-handedly masterminded Britney Spears' conservatorship. The singer laid it all out in her memoir, The Woman in Me. According to Britney Spears, she was front and center during the implementation of the conservatorship that would later allow them to control and take over my career. She continued, Lou, who had just started a new company called TriStar Sports and Entertainment Group, was directly involved in calling the shots right before the conservatorship. At the time, she had few real clients. She basically used my name and hard work to build her company. And get this, Lou has close ties with Diddy. One person on X uncovered their sinister connections, writing, Diddy and Lou Taylor are both connected to the Live Nation crew. They seem to be the most prolific corporation in the music industry that protects. In another tweet, the account also said, Diddy and Lou Taylor are both tied to a Christian doctrine that champions the prosperity gospel and fetishizes proximity to celebrities. One example being Church Home. And get this, Lou is the owner of the popular Hollywood management company TriStar, like Britney said. But what most people don't know is that this is the same company that manages Diddy. But on top of managing him, Lou was also in charge of allegedly paying off Diddy's victims through the church fund. This way, if anyone ever decided to come forward, Lou could pay them off without tipping off the feds. What's more, the church fund also allowed Diddy to clean his money, and he did have a lot of it. According to reports, Diddy made millions by selling the freak-off parties to other players like him in the industry. He couldn't keep the money around him at home, and that's where the church fund and Lou Taylor Taylor came in. But at the end of the day, it was all possible because of the Kardashians. Honestly, this connection explains why Kim chose to unfollow Diddy 24 hours before the raid on his mansions. She could have made the decision months ago when Cassie filed her lawsuit, but she did it right before the feds came knocking because she didn't want to get caught up in the mess that everyone expected to unfold. Unfortunately for Kim, she can't brush everything under the rug because Kanye is doing all the talking. See, according to some rumors, Kim enlisted Diddy's and Lou's help to put Kanye under a conservatorship while they were married to steal his money. Now Lou's entire brand is putting people under conservatorships. She did it to Britney Spears. She tried to do it to Courtney Love, Lindsay Lohan, and Justin Bieber as well. But as for Diddy, well, he had the connections to pull this off. But Kanye didn't let these three get their way. Back in 2020, the rapper turned heads by announcing his run for presidency. And apparently Kim thought this was the perfect time to make her move. Unfortunately for her, Kanye proved to be too smart for her antics. He aired the entire situation on X, writing, "Kim was trying to fly to Wyoming with the doctor to lock me up, like on the movie Get Out, because I cried about saving my daughter's life yesterday." He also said, "Chris, don't play with me. You and that Kanye are not allowed around my children. Y'all tried to lock me up." But it doesn't end there. Apparently when Kanye was getting treated, the doctors tried to incapacitate him by giving him an unhealthy amount of lithium. FYI, that's exactly what they did to Britney Spears. She described how she was take the medicine against her will while staying at a facility in Beverly Hills that cost $60,000 a month in her memoir. The singer also wrote, "They kept me locked up against my will for months. I couldn't go outside. I couldn't drive a car. I had to give blood weekly. I couldn't take a bath in private. I couldn't shut the door to my room." And Kanye's experience was no different.
They tried to medicate me. I was exhausted. They wrongly diagnosed me. And they when I asked them, "How much lithium did you want to put me on exactly?" It took them 4 days to answer because they were embarrassed about the amount, right? And I refused to take this, right? You understand that if I had taken the medication, I would not be here, and it would have been, he was deeply troubled. We miss him. We love his music, though.
Well, they would have Britney Spears too. I mean, look at
they would have Michael Jackson
or worse, yeah. So look at what they did. Look at what they did to Britney. When she went in, she was tired, she was exhausted, she was in a bad way. But 10 years of that medication wrecked her brain.
And so it makes sense why Kanye hates Diddy's guts now. He tried to get him in prison to take his money, and there was no way Kanye was ever going to forgive that.
Mirror me. You already made everybody think I'm crazy. You already took my family away. You already separated all my friends. I don't got no celebrity friends. Because when I was on TV, on Instagram saying, I don't know where my child is, and the Kardashians my daughter in public, and I didn't have the address of my child, none of these that want to say something
Travis
now.
gave you the address, though?
Travis gave me the address.
Right.
But as far as Meek Mills, Puff Daddy, whoever, none of these all you fake hard you.
Wait,
hold on.
Okay.
All you fake hard you. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a because you can't shoot nobody anyway, and the reason why you got talk is because you did a deal, you fed.
But you see, there's a lot more to that where the Kardashians are allegedly guilty. Back in 2022, Balenciaga released a holiday ad campaign featuring children holding teddy bears dressed in adult outfits. The photos were downright disgusting, and we can't describe them without triggering YouTube, but see for yourself and you'll get what we mean. The whole thing had themes of minion mistreatment. In some of the pictures, minions were surrounded by adult toys, which was all kinds of creepy. Balenciaga was forced to apologize for the campaign, and Kim was caught right in the middle of it. Fans urged her to cut ties with the brand, but Kim released a statement saying, "As a mother of 4, I have been shaken by the disturbing images. The safety of children must be held with the highest regard, and any attempts to normalize child of any kind should have no place in our society." However, Kim didn't do one thing the fans asked her to do. She only issued a statement but refused to part ways with the brand. At first, fans couldn't understand her decision. They all wondered, how could a mother of 4 be okay with working with the brand? But then they looked closely at the photos and it started to make sense. See, one of the duct tapes read Balenciaga. For those of you who don't know, Baal is a demon who goes after minions, and once fans established that connection, the situation became even more creepy. More importantly, Kim's actions started to make sense. It seemed like she valued her allegiance to the higher-ups who were suspected of worshiping this demon. What's more, according to rumors, all the Hollywood elites, including Diddy, worship a demon called Baphomet, and we all know Diddy's got some kind of spiritual connection since he's got a tattoo of the Haitian voodoo spirit Ezili Dantor on his back. At the end of the day though, the Kardashians